Hello again, I am Jim Bob and welcome back to some more of our cleanup crew challenge here for Green Cities on City Skylines PS4. Last time out we added in some tree-lined roads through here to see if that would make a positive impact on noise pollution. What I've also done is I've added in a little string of trees between the buildings there as well, and it hasn't made a huge difference. If we take a look at noise pollution here, you can see it has lessened some of the footprint of the noise a little bit, but not by much. Not a massive amount, which is a little bit disappointing, I suppose. But you can definitely see that the trees have had a slight impact here in producing another bit of a sound barrier before the noise hits these houses. It's not a massive barrier difference, but it all adds up a little bit here and there. What I've also done is I've got rid of a lot of the, or almost all of the garbage collectors. You can see that the lake is now pretty much clear. And I've just got 3 here at the entrance of the intake, just in case there's any last remaining little bit of pollution in the lake. That'll then get cleaned as it gets pulled up through the pumps. Over here, you can see that the 6 of these filters are actually working very, very well indeed. There is that slight brown tinge at the exit point of the treatment plants as it goes down the ramp into the river, and then it hits the garbage plants, and then you can see that it kind of disappears. You don't really see it beyond that point. So having those 6 in that little sort of configuration like that really does seem to be filtering out the very last of the pollutants in that water. So that's good. That's working exactly how I'd hoped it would do. And we've also now got access to build around here with the purchase of this previous tile. We can now complete our kind of loop around the lake if we want to. We do still need this tile here as well, so we can get freeway access to bring in a freeway connection down here. And maybe a freeway connection over here as well, perhaps. But certainly somewhere over here to link into this part of our town. We definitely want a freeway connection over there. So it's all kind of starting to come together, slowly, bit by bit. Our cemetery still hasn't quite finished emptying. Where's that up to? Just almost done now, so we may as well just turn that off now. Just 10 bodies left in there as we turn that off. So we need to remove this section here so that we can bring that shoreline back around like that, and then use this bit of land here to expand on our island around here a little bit, make that a little bit bigger. So need to figure out where I want my water pumps. It is going to be noisy no matter where we put them. I'm thinking it might be a good idea to just bring them over here as well. We've kind of got one channel over here, and I don't really want to put the pumps here, just in case they do pick up a little bit of pollution again, now that we've got our water pollution back to 0, effectively. So I don't really want to take the risk of then causing a problem with that again. So we're going to relocate these over here, I think. In fact, actually, before we go ahead and do that, yes, there we go. Let's put in a wall like that we can mount them on, so we can keep them at a nice uniform height and distance. Potentially, you can see they're still bouncing up and down along here, based on the uneven terrain. I think below them it might be the water level. Actually, let's just let the water run through a moment, just in case that causes a little bit of a change. Okay, there we go. We'll relocate this over here as well. Now they do kind of want to bounce around at different heights, don't they? I want to try and get them all at a uniform height if I can. It's going to be tricky. I don't think that's going to be possible. If I can at least get them looking like they're reasonably close in terms of height. It's only when we get really close up that we'll actually spot the difference. From a distance they should look fine. And we'll relocate this one as well. We'll leave that extra length. Yeah, that one's a bit lower, isn't it? We'll leave that a little bit of extra length in case we need to add more pumping stations, which we probably will. In fact, I'm actually going to add one in now, because we're going to get rid of those water towers, which were a big noise pollutant. We'll take those out, and the extra pump will make up for the change in water volume. There we go. So we can actually get rid of these power lines, which we no longer need. Like that. Let's take those ones out as well now. There we go. We can also get rid of these. This key side, we'll take that out as well. And we'll terraform this out. And again, this might well cause some flooding, as we have major changes to the water level. It's going to give us a lot of soil availability though, as you can see, as we drop that all the way down nice and deep. So that we can then use here to expand our island. We may as well do all of this in one go. And I don't want it to be a perfectly sort of smoothed off kind of shape. I want there to be kind of weird little cracks to it in places. It's actually quite deep here compared to other places in the lake. So if we take from some of these areas through here, you can see how much of an impact we're having just by deepening out the water level here. See how much extra soil we're picking up as a result. You can just about see those contour lines changing underneath the water a little bit as well. It's going to be most pronounced sort of over towards the shoreline, I think. There we go. There we go. So we've got a nice kind of little island shape over there. We can put something in the middle. I'm still undecided as to exactly what. Let's see what happens to our water. It's going to go crazy. Kind of hoping, that the deeper shoreline is going to maybe have lessen the impact of some potential flooding. I somehow doubt it. If anything, it might exaggerate it a little bit as well. Oh, look at the size of that wave about to hit. No, that's bad. That's very bad. Water is taller than the buildings. Ooh, that's a big wave. That's a very big wave. Tell you what. Ah, yeah, we've caused some serious damage there. Let's. I've got to remember where it is now. It's in here, isn't it? Disaster services. Let's get in a disaster response unit. Let's put it down here, or up here somewhere. Somewhere where we can actually accommodate it. There will do. And I also want a pumping station. To help maybe deal with some of this flood water as well. This is just going to be a temporary one, I think. Where can I place this? Let's stick that just along here. And then I need to connect that up as well. Make sure it's got power. Yes, it does. There we go. So we should see some vehicles come out, hopefully, from here. Yep, pumping trucks immediately flooding out of the building to go and deal with some of that flood water. And we should have disaster response units leaving as well. We do. I do need to make sure there's power here. There we go. Oh, wow. That's had an even bigger impact than I thought. It's still going crazy over here, look. We're getting quite a few damaged and destroyed houses, and the reason why I put the disaster response unit in is so that these houses can just be rebuilt rather than having to be cleared away, and hopefully that will lessen a little bit of the impact. Looking for our pumping trucks to see if I can... There we go, we just see one of them there. Or a pair of them there. Just going around and just hoovering up some of that flood water. Here's the disaster response teams. There we go. So these houses will now rebuild themselves. And if we've got any damaged services, which I don't think we do, there's not that much actual destruction, then yeah, we have the ability to manually rebuild those rather than destroying them and replacing them. Our teams are out dealing with this disaster pretty quickly, actually. It's our water pumping trucks. Another disaster response unit. There we go. Another building about to be rebuilt. And look how quickly that's been dealt with. Ah, there we go. We have got a damaged service building over here, look. So this we can build ourselves. Much cheaper than just buying a new one. There we go. Still got a little bit of flooding over here. Water level still hasn't quite settled down yet. In fact, I think we might possibly have actually raised the water level slightly. Just through displacement by adding in this big block of land in the middle. Yes, we've lowered the depth of the lake in places, but we've also dropped a great big weight of land in here. This displacement is changing the water level of the lake, I think. Still needs to settle down a bit. It's still up and down in places. You see how this area keeps clearing away, and then you can see it's swelling, and yeah, we just need the water level to calm down a little bit. Over here again, you can see it's drained away completely over here, but it'll start to fill back up again soon. You can see the where the water level used to be. Again, over here, look, again, you can see this exposed area of land. That never used to be like that, and the water level is definitely lower in places. We may possibly need to actually start pumping some water in here just to fill the lake back up a little bit. We'll let everything calm down and settle down and see where it all shakes out. So, what can we do with this island in the middle? Let's have a look at parky stuff, I think. So we could put in a small park over here. We have got nature reserve stuff. I haven't unlocked any of these things yet. I would need to actually put a fence around, wouldn't I? I think rather than creating a nature reserve, we'll create some kind of touristy area instead. We've got floating cafe. Haven't we already unlocked that? Oh no, we need a higher population. We've got the tropical garden, got the theme park. I'm just wondering about maybe putting a theme park in the on the island. That could be kind of interesting. I know we have the ability to kind of build our own theme parks to a degree. With this here as well, you can see we've got the amusement park that we can build and various different other bits and bobs. Yeah, let's put a theme park in there. So we're going to need a main road. I'm going to go with the dirt road, actually, rather than a main road. And let's place our theme park in just here. Okay, so we've got the basic placement of that. Now I want to get some ferries running to and from the island. So let's go to our transport options, which means I need a ferry depot. Actually, we might need some of those garbage collectors again. I don't know if these are going to pollute the water. I'd like to think not, but you never know. Put a ferry stop on that side. we'll put a ferry stop there. And we're going to need one somewhere over here as well. This is going to be a bit noisy again. Let's take out these buildings just over here to do this. Tell you what I'll do. Could be doing more landscaping again. Let's go with a smaller tool, much smaller tool. Let's shrink this coastline in a bit. I don't want to overdo it because I'm worried that I'm trying to get this to actually attach to the road, you see. Kind of want that to go in just there, so I'll take that bit of road out. It says shoreline is required. I need to let the water move a bit. And hopefully not go out of control. There we go. Excellent. And then we want to just reconnect that back up again. So we've got our ferry depot. Oh, our ferry stop, sorry. Just there. I need my ferry depot somewhere. I guess that's going to have to go somewhere over here. Oh, look at the water over there. The way it's a weird little visual glitch there. Why are my power lines broken? Oh, look at that. We've got a dip in the water over here in the ground, and it's flooded out and killed those trees over there. Yeah, water level's still kind of bouncing around a little bit, isn't it? Oh, I see. That's the tram. That's why there's no power there. Because we've literally just placed that in. That's okay. I was worried I'd broken something for a moment there. Let's put in our depot then. Let's place this over here. Now we need our ferry routes. These are going to have to move. Or possibly go, actually. What is our power level? Our power's fine. Yeah, we're going to get rid of these. Because they're quite noisy as well, so that might have a knock-on effect positively for noise pollution. You never know. Back to ferries. Freeform. Bring it straight down a bit, curve it round. And in. And then this wants to come out this way. Voice is breaking up a little bit. And wants to go like that. There we go. And then, actually, if we take that from there, bring it in on this side here. Like that. And this can link over this way. And this can link over this way. Like that. There we go. So I'm going to need a road connection just to get this hooked up. Just run this freeform around here for now. Rezone these blocks. There we go. Make sure I've got water and power over here. Not sure what the water situation's going to be like. We still have all that old piping from when we had the water network over in this area. Yeah, that one needs to come out. Look. Okay. I need water through here as well. I run it like that. That way I can tag the other ferry stop at the same time. And then I just need a little offshoot here. Not sure if that's going to be enough. There we go, just to make sure. That one's already covered. Power. Need to get power onto the island. That might be problematic, actually. I'll tell you what. I know they're a little bit noisy, but we stick a wind turbine in. Just to put some power on the island. I might change that in a moment, but we'll put it there for now. I need to connect up like that. And I think, oh, I need to add access over here as well, don't I? Alright. Still no power over here. Oh, yes. There we go. Right, let's add in the actual route itself. So, stop 1. We'll run like that. There we go. it's flooded as the water continues to mess around. I think because it's flooded, it's just killed the tram. No, not the tram, sorry, the ferry. It'll recede away, there it goes. And there's our ferry back. They're very, very bright pink, aren't they? Not a big fan of that. Let's change the colour. So let's go to our transport routes. And let's go with a nice blue. Let's go a little bit darker than that, I think. Yeah, there we go. So let's see if we do actually start getting people using our ferries. I just saw one person go on. There's a few people waiting, look. So obviously these are a way for commuters to get to the theme park, which at the moment is a little bit sparse. We've got somebody actually going to the theme park. A few people going to the theme park. There they are. 2 people. 2 people visiting Magica Island. But it's also a quick and efficient way for people to get from one side of the island to the other, which is what I think we'll probably see people using more. Will be using the ferry connection. To go across the island. Let's see, we've got quite a few people getting on this one. Are they actually stopping off in the centre, or are they going all the way across the other side? Yeah, I think one person got off, so it looks as though these are going to be people using it to go from side to side. Yeah, there we go. Oop, little autosave there. So, yeah, okay, we've got a transport link from one side of the city to the other, which is kind of cool. We're going to be building up this area as well, so we're going to get an increased volume of people using the ferry. Which I think will be quite good. We've got a noise complaint over here. I'm wondering if the ferry has added in significantly more noise. It's entirely possible. Yeah, those trees, they were doing better than that, but we've added in quite a bit of extra noise with the ferry. And it is enough to drive one person out of their tiny little mind. So we can try throwing in some more trees, see if that helps. I don't know if it will or not. I don't know if there's any space left really over here. Try and bulk up this area even more if we can. That seems to be pretty much all we can do. What about around here though? Can we throw in some trees around here? Maybe see if we could just lessen a little bit of the noise impact. I don't think this will have any real impact or effect, but we'll try it. You never know. You can always remove them if necessary. It's had a little bit of an effect, hasn't it? Straight away, it's just helping to soak up some of that noise. Yeah, okay, that's not too bad. Look at the noise over here, though. Horrendous. What I would like to do is probably have a couple of hotels on here as well, perhaps. Turn this into a little sort of touristy hotspot, which means that would not be a good thing to have going forward. But it'll do for now as a temporary thing. I don't think there are any power options that aren't going to give us, you know, noise pollution of some kind. Those solar updraft towers are horrendously noisy, as are the geothermal power plants for obvious reasons, plus they're monstrously big for a small island like this. Solar panel plant is big, way too big. Obviously we don't want these polluting great big things. The advanced wind turbine, again, I mean it's water bay. We can stick it here, but again you can see just how big a noise pollution area it has. It's even bigger, I think, than our oh, maybe it's about the same as our standard wind turbine. So no matter what we put, it's going to be very, very noisy. And no matter where we put it, it's going to have an impact. If we have one over here, let's try that actually. Let's stick one of those just there. I need something to bridge the gap over here between our two areas. Let's go with a tree-lined road. Like that. And let's put a park or something in there just to create that that linked atmosphere. Maybe I can go with a big park actually. Park with trees. So that should now help create a bit of a power grid, I'm hoping. Yes, there we go. We've got that connection into here, which can then link those two bits together, and it keeps that push right out to the edge there. So let's now also surround that with trees to try and lessen the impact of the noise of that. There we go, nice little dense smattering of trees. Oh wow, yeah, there you saw the instant difference. As soon as we unpaused, you saw the difference that the trees made in terms of reducing that noise pollution. So they definitely work, don't they? I think the trick is though is to have it paused, put the trees in, and then as you unpause you'll see the immediate difference that those trees will make. So that's going to quieten down the island a bit, which is good for us. This is probably where the hotels are going to go, somewhere over here. fact, I still kind of like the idea of putting a small nature park of some kind in here, perhaps. Let's relocate this further over. Try and get it to line up with our big park, if I can. There we go. Yeah, I messed up. I should have just done this the first time. There we go. Now I can bring a road out this way. I think we'll put the hotel perhaps somewhere over here, away from the noise of the theme park and the noise of the turbine there. But this allows me to create our sort of nature reserve type park thing over here as well. Or maybe just expand it to an amusement park, build in a custom amusement park over there. So yeah, let's look at that. There we go. So amusement park. Let's get our entrances in. I need to create a park area first. I need a standard park. Oh no, there we go. A small. Yep, that'll do. There's our park area. Okay, now. There we go. Amusement park main gate. Okay, excellent stuff. Chirpy Land, complete with a dancing chirpy mascot at the entrance there. Okay, so what I'll do is I will, because this could take a little while. I'm still not fully up to speed with parks. So what I'll do is I'll build the park off camera, and then we'll kind of go through it when I come back next time out. So that's it from me. Thanks for watching. I am Jim Bob, and I'll be back with some more City Skylines Cleanup Crew Challenge here on the PS4 very soon.